Hello, my name is Luna, and you're listening to Infinite Souls, a podcast for that real talk about consciousness, spirituality, and realizing our infinite potential. Mucho, mucho love and light. Hello, Infinite Souls. Welcome back to another podcast episode. I am so happy because I have a very special guest on today, the one and only David Wong, the Chi Master.
Oh, hey Luna, how's it
What's
going?
up? David, say hi to the people.
Hello everyone.
The people.
How you
The
all
people.
doing out there?
Oh my gosh, David, I'm excited to have you here. Thank you for being on the show, for taking
Yeah.
time out of your busy schedule, because I know you're a busy man. And thank you for being on here. I have an icebreaker question, as always, when I have guests on. And it's a
Yeah.
very simple question, okay? But I like to catch you by surprise. So here it goes. What are you grateful for?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for I'm good looking, I'm healthy, I'm smart, I'm talented, I have a beautiful wife, beautiful home, I live in a beautiful city, and I'm blessed with lots of abundance and joy. I was able to heal myself. I am superhuman now with my health and my mental and spiritual and emotional and metaphysical abilities that I've been able to unlock in my brain. So I have so many things to be grateful for. I have amazing friends like you, and I can go on and on and on and on. But there's so many things I'm grateful for, and grateful for all the things that are coming to you, coming to us, all the beautiful prosperity, abundance, and high vibrational resonance that we're going to be experiencing in our lives.
Yes. Ooh, that is the best answer I think I've ever gotten on the show. Oh, don't let anybody hear it. Ah! Yes, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I had say no more. I need to say no more after that. Thank you for being on here. Thank you. I'm grateful for our friendship as well. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for life. Thanks. Just I'm grateful for life. I was expressing gratitude today for life. I like to do a list every day, and today was just life, like just in general, just everything. Appreciation is what I'm beginning to feel. So I really love it. So you did mention that you healed yourself, and that was one of the things that you're grateful for. And I really want to get into how you did that, and how you were sick, and or what you healed yourself from. But I also want to begin with your story a little bit, because I want people to get to know you if they are not familiar with you already. If maybe they are, then they're gonna hear the story again, but I want to hear it, and I'm sure there's people out there who will benefit from hearing from the story. So please let us know, David, where do you come from? How did you begin, and how did you get into all this, and how did you heal yourself and all that?
Well,
Just where
yeah,
you beginning?
it's a good story. It's inspirational. So I was chronically ill for 10 years of my life. I had an incurable digestive disorder, all sort of colitis. There's no cure for this. And there's medication, but the medication I took was very expensive and also it gave me side effects and it didn't help me at all. It actually made my situation worse. And I went to all sorts of different doctors and experts, and none of them helped me. And then I didn't want to get surgery because I knew that once you cut something out of your body, then basically it's gone and it's going to have permanent damage on your body. So I searched for different things. And at that time, I wanted to go in deeper into my spiritual life because I realized that, this body is still temporary. I need to find something deeper. I need to find deeper meaning in my life. So, in my journey of studying meditation, I discovered meditation frequencies that allow me to go deeper into my meditations and give me altered states like instantly, like much faster than without it. And I say, wow, this stuff really works. Like, what else is there? So, I started to experiment with these devices that also create frequencies. And long story short is in my process of going deeper into my spiritual life, I accidentally heal myself from my disease. So after 90 days of using electromagnetic therapy, I was completely healed from this illness I had for over 10 years. And ever since then, I was completely changed. I was completely transformed. My life completely transformed. My energy levels shot through the roof. Before, I was in chronic fatigue every day and pain every day. I suffered every day. And I changed from a life of darkness and depression and just really low quality of living to one of like super productivity, super creativity, happiness, and abundance, and everything in my life changed. Even my relationships, I relieved a lot. I released a lot of the negative energy in my life and blockages. And not only did I heal physically from the inside, my entire life on the outside healed as well. So as spiritually, I was way more connected. My intuition once again was skyrocketed, and it was just completely same. It's like having a different. I was just a different person. And ever since then, I said I had to use this technology and use this discovery that I made to help other people, because there's many people who are suffering, many people who need to heal, and or many people that are not suffering. Maybe they're doing great, but they want to access their superhuman abilities. They want to take themselves to a higher level of resonance and vibration. They want to unlock their superhuman mind and access those even deeper states of mind. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people transform themselves 1% a day, improve themselves to become what they were meant to be and to achieve their full potential.
Yes. Oh my God. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot for everybody, and thank you for everything that you do for the collective. That is an amazing story. I'm glad that I'm happy that you were able to heal yourself and that you're here today to share this story. I want to know a little bit about who you were when you were younger. Did you were you always into did you know about meditation always, or is this something that you came across as you were older?
Right. So when I was 10, I had a near death experience. I fell over some railings and then hit my head on the railings below. It was a two-story building. And then I basically crushed my skull. I went immediately to the hospital. I was rushed into the emergency room, and there was so much blood, they had to like pump out all the blood. They had to take out all the fragments of skull that was all fractured in my head, and I undergone surgery. And then at that time, I only had a 50% chance of survival. And even if I did survive, the doctor said that I would never lead a normal life. I would probably have brain damage. But luckily, what happened was I recovered and I survived, and actually, there was nothing wrong with my brain. But ever since then, I felt that there was something different in my life. I felt like there was a voice in my mind, or I felt more spiritually connected somehow. At that time, I was young. I was only 10 or 11 years old. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just my imagination or just my mind playing games with me. But later on, I discovered that, I actually activated some of the, higher chakras in my body, and
Mhm.
activated some spiritual connections with the higher power at that time. And ever since then, I've had this sensitivity or this intuition or this connection with God. I also raised as a Christian, and it made me a little bit different from everybody else. So I've always been a seeker. I've always been someone who wants to seek the truth, even at a young age. And I always kind of saw things in a more of a spiritual sense rather than what's physical and what's material.
Mhm.
So that's my childhood. And from that point on, I think that just kind of directed my life towards seeking more of the truth, seeking more of God, seeking more of what is reality and what is there beyond just the physical realm.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Wow, what a freaking story. Oh my gosh. That's very it's traumatic. It's a major major trauma not only to the body, but to the experience, to the human experience, which is the soul. So um I'm sure because I believe that a lot of diseases or things that happen in the body, like chronic illnesses, um they begin with something emotional or spiritual or some type of trauma that you're holding on in the body that is energetic. And then it builds up so much that it becomes something physical. That's what I believe as a Reiki healer with the people that I work with and healing myself. I've noticed that connection. So I wonder if that is connected somewhat with what you were sick with. And I want to know more about what that disease or that illness, because I'm not familiar with it.
Mhm.
So if you can explain a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that it was connected to my emotional health at that time because in my 20s I was quite successful in real estate. I was already investing in properties, flipping houses when in my 20s. So I made a lot of money for that time, my age. But then I started to follow this guy he was supposed to be like a guru and a mentor to me. And long story short is that he was just a con artist and he was lying about what he was.
Mm.
And I lost all my money to him. And then at that point, my life was just went downhill. And I was going into depression. I lost confidence. I, didn't go out and stay home. And then, lots of things just went downhill and my health started to suffer from that point, probably from all the stress and from all the anxiety and the depression. It really screwed up my digestion. So what ulcerative colitis is that your intestines bleed and they don't stop bleeding. So you're always bleeding. You can't really go out because you have to make sure that there's a bathroom nearby. Otherwise, you have a situation.
Mhm.
So there's lots of people suffering from this. There's 600,000 people searching the term ulcerative colitis in just the
Mm.
United States every month. So a lot of people suffer from this for decades. So I would only suffer for 10 years. I thought it was a long time, but there's many people who've been suffering for 50 years of their life or 30
Wow.
years of their life. And they live with this. And a lot of them have accepted it. All of them, have surgery, but still a lot of them, that doesn't actually help the situation. It doesn't do much.
Mhm.
And some cases it's so bad that they have to wear a bag
Mm.
with them and they're bedridden and they can't do anything. So um,
Yeah.
so when you're draining yourself from literally life force of blood every day,
Mhm.
you have no energy. You can't do anything. You can't focus. You have brain fog. None of your body processes work properly, and your digestion doesn't work properly. So even if you take herbs or medicines, your body doesn't absorb it because your digestion is screwed. So
Mhm.
there's no cure for this, and people take medications, injection, surgery, and they still can't get rid of the problem. Or maybe they manage it a little bit, but then they still have, you know, this issue that ruins their life. So I'm so happy that I was able to heal myself. And when I tell people that, they don't believe me because they have accepted in their life that there's no cure, or they just listen to their doctors, and doctors go by what medicine has found so far, which is no cure. So when I tell them, yeah, I heal myself, there's basically a couple of different responses. Like I said, one says, I'm, it didn't work. It just happened. I'm just in remission somehow, and this, they just don't understand how it could happen. Or they say, wow, this is interesting. Let me look into what you actually did and this technology you're using that nobody else really is using. Maybe there's something to it.
Mhm.
So um, so that's what I'm finding. And then the people that do use it, that you do use my technology, they're experiencing some radical transformations in their lives beyond just physical healing, right? They're experiencing all the changes that I talked about. They're experiencing higher intuition. They're experiencing like better mood. They're experiencing better relationships because it opens up not just your physical body, opens up your chakras, opens up your hearts, opens up your mind. I was just talking to Hannah Holiday, who's also using my technologies, and she's saying using the heart and mind connection is one of the most powerful frequencies she's ever used. And it was just so intense, like the heart connecting the mind and the heart, using the technology is just basically, she says it can do in just 5 minutes what it took like 30 minutes to an hour of meditation would have done. So there's that as well. And there's another group of people, husbands or wives that have kids that want to change something in their spouse or their partner, or change something in their kids, and they've been trying to get them to do something like exercise more, or like take vitamins or supplements, or like get more active or improve themselves in some way, take some course. Obviously none of them want to do it. Their kids don't listen to them. Husband doesn't do anything. So what they do is they use my technology. I don't know if this is like um, you know ethical or moral, but they, because their technology, the coils have a field. They have a field, right? So like this one can cover a 10 square foot, no more than that, like about 100 square feet. Then they're just using this for
That
themselves.
one specific one can do 100 square feet.
Yeah, so about 100 square feet. So they're just using this themselves. And because this has an energy field, it makes an electromagnetic field, the husbands are doing something near them. So while they're getting the therapy, their husbands are, inadvertently getting the therapy too. So the feedback I get is like, wow, my husband's treating me better for some reason, or my husband's a little bit more calm, or he has less complaints, or he sleeps better and he doesn't wake up at night. So even though like it is the woman that is using it, the husband is getting the effect, and that husband doesn't even know he's getting the therapy, right?
Yeah.
Or the kids are starting to behave
Yeah.
better, right? Even though the kids are not actively doing anything,
Uh-huh.
they're getting that therapy because this is just in the house, or because this is just on in the room. So that's something really neat that people are starting telling me happening right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, for those of you who are only listening audio, what he's holding up to the camera is the technology called the chi coil, what he invented. Um, you invented that after you healed yourself, right? This came to you, it was a download?
Well, yeah, basically, just taking different ideas and just combining it into one technology, because my training was uh, in engineering, in music, and also in qigong, energy healing, and martial arts, right? And I have a very creative and aesthetic kind of talent. So what I do is I just combine all those things into a new technology, which is patent pending, by the way, into this. So now there is the engineering of building the coils and the structure of it, the aesthetic design, the metaphysical aspects of the direction of the yin and the yang, the crystal energy, the frequencies, and the software. I developed 1,700 apps on the App Store, so I know how to develop software and electronics. So basically, I just took my skills and then developed something new that hasn't really existed before. So that's how I developed it. So at that time when I healed myself, I had a very rudimentary system that I made myself, and then eventually I improved it. And this is the fourth rendition of the technology that I originally used, and we're all improving it all the time. We're adding new things, new frequencies, improving the design and the system as we go.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. I've been using it as well. And I was telling Hannah, as I was talking to Hannah about it, I told her, yeah, you can feel it when it's on, because she wasn't sure if it was on or not. I said, you will feel it if it's on. You will definitely feel it. There was one specific frequency, I don't know which one it is, that I listened to that day, but the energy that was coming out of the coils felt like, the best way that I could describe it was wet, like a wet energy. It just felt like, I don't know where it was at. That's just how it felt. It was weird, but it just, so every, and I've been trying different ones because there's tons of them. So I have, specific ones that I like to use, but I want to play around with it. So I'm just playing around and listening to all of them. And I use it with my Reiki clients, this technology, and they benefit from it because it puts them in a relaxed state almost immediately. I see them go in like maybe like 3 minutes or something, um, and where I just feel them like calm and relaxed. And I know that this technology, if you're using it, right, and it's covering this toroidal energy field, right? And so your partner and your kids get benefit from that. But not only because of the actual device, because you use the device and then when you stop using it and you go out in your day, you still carry that resonance with you inside of your body, right? And so you resonate that energy and the people around you benefit from that naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we're like crystals. Like our body's made of water, and water essentially is a crystal as well. So when we have a certain resonance, we resonate, and we have a field. We have a biofield around us. So there's, whoever's around us, they'll feel that aura. They'll be affected by it. They will be transformed or retuned by it, depending on how strong your aura is. So yeah, you use this technology, you're kind of like charging up your aura. So when you go out, you still have this charge. You still have this like battery inside of you that's still producing this energy in your biofield.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, dude. Thank you. What did you study? You bioengineering, you said that you studied? Or
No, I started engineering
oh,
at
you
the
studied.
University of British Columbia. I had a $10,000 full scholarship to study engineering, which very few people got, and I quit because I didn't want to work a job. I'm
Yeah.
an entrepreneur by heart,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to work a job. So I quit engineering and I said, I'm just going to study what I like to do, which is music. So I studied music at Camp College, and then I have like a diploma in music. I can play piano, jazz piano, I sing, and I play guitar and things like that. Um, so that's my training, and I'm good at math, obviously, and
Mhm.
software development. I just learned on my own through a company I had that developed like app store apps or Google Play apps. So
Amazing.
a lot of this is just through, and the key thing is not just knowing all these things. The key thing is being able to be sensitive and experience the energy coming from this, and just like you, and having the sensitivity to know, okay, this is what this is, and describe it, and this is feels a certain way, and this is you know activating a certain part of my body or giving me a certain consciousness experience to be able to decipher what's actually going on with these frequencies. That's the key. Because some people are less sensitive than others, but I was gifted with that sensitivity, probably because of my accident when I was young, um, or just because I was born with it. I think that's the key because there's many engineers out there, there's many musicians out there, but none of them really create a technology like me. So I think the key is to really have that sensitivity while having all those skills as well in order to know whether the technology works or not and know exactly what is it doing to the body or your mind or your consciousness.
Yeah, and you had the desire to want to help other people, to want to share that healing ability of healing those frequencies that gave you that download, that divine inspiration of like, oh, hey, make this technology.
Yeah.
And that's freaking awesome. I want to go back to something that you had said earlier when you were talking about other people who have this similar illness and other similar illnesses, and that they just accept it, right? I think the the difference is that you didn't accept it, that you opened your mind up to the possibility of you being able to be healed and to heal yourself. Or even just if somebody just opens up their mind just a little bit to the possibility that something else outside exists, or maybe give it a try. Let's see what happens. then I think that that's the first step. Like that is the difference between you continuing to be sick, continuing to have the same life that you don't like, or co-creating a new reality, a new life, healing yourself, and reversing whatever disease or illness that you have.
Mhm.
Although I don't doubt that there are real diseases and real illnesses that people are dealing with. It's very real for you, and I think it is real, and some things sometimes are just like you just can't do anything about it.
Mhm.
Um, but I think on me personally, I believe that you can heal
Mhm.
anything from the body.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. In
Yeah.
my book, I talk about that in my book, The Life of Chi. It's on Amazon right now. So it's a
Life
number
of
one.
Chi.
Yeah,
Everybody, go on Amazon, Google Life of Chi by David Wong.
yeah. Chi is spelled QI, by the way, not CHI, like a QI. So it's already a number one bestseller. Um, awesome. So you guys can get it. And I talk about how I envision, or probably a lot of people envision this too, is in the future, we don't need medication. In the future, we don't need surgery. We just need frequencies. And they can be various different types of frequencies. They can be magnetic, they can be sound, they can be ultrasound, they can be light, they could be even chi energy or subtle energy frequencies. So and it could be a combination of those things, which is actually what I have now. I combine all these things into these technologies and these systems, so that the body can heal itself. It can reverse aging. It can make your skin look a lot younger. It can make you lose weight. So it's like you can choose your body because you can. It's actually proven frequencies can alter how your genes and DNA express themselves.
Mhm.
And that's a pretty big statement, right? You can alter
Yeah.
how your genes can express themselves, your DNA can express itself. So that means if you can change your DNA, you can change every aspect about yourself. You can change how you look, how young you are, and how well your body performs, and that's pretty amazing. And you can do that with frequencies now. We have the technology to do it. So it's very shortly in the future is that a lot more mainstream or conventional doctors will start to implement this into their practices. There's a lot of integrative doctors that's doing that right now, right? They're integrating all these energy healing practices, these technologies, new kinds of herbs and things like that, and natural medicine, along with their regular conventional methods as well. So they combine them, and because sometimes one thing will work better than the other, but the general direction is that people are going more towards these natural, non-invasive methods that do not harm the body and that do not have side effects. So very nearly in the future, we'll be able to detect, and I actually have a system when my that has a potential to automatically send you frequencies to your body whenever you need it on a schedule. So you don't even have to turn it on. It'll just send it to you on a schedule. So let's say in the morning, you need something to give you extra energy, help you wake up. At nighttime, you need something to help you sleep better. Or in the daytime, you need something to give you more creativity or more confidence or more energy or more focus. We actually have technology that can do that. We can send you energy on a schedule. So you're getting this all the time. The great thing, like I said, about the husbands, wives, or partners or kids or even pets is they don't listen to you, right? So so you can just schedule this therapy to send to them automatically every day, whether they like it or not. And they're gonna get that therapy without even knowing if they don't
Wow.
want to. I don't know if this is like
That's
ethical,
like
but
invading invading your personal
yeah, I'll leave this
aura.
to your decision whether this is ethical or not. But it's possible. So
It's up to you.
it's up to you. So you want your kids to do better in school? You want them to focus better? Well, we have a frequency that you can send to them, or just maybe put it next to their room, or target the house with it. and just play it in the background, and everybody gets benefit from it, right? Or you want your husband to be calmer and be less stressed from work, and regenerate more, and be more energy, have more energy, have more focus, and that we have frequencies for that. So you can play that in the house. They don't even need to be privy that it's actually playing, but whether they like it or not, whether they're aware of it or not, they will be getting that positive energy. That's the cool thing that my technology can do that I don't think there's much other out there that can really do. Uh, and if they can, they won't be able to do it to the effectiveness that we can. It's just our frequency is just way more advanced than pretty much everything that you hear about or try out there. Because my team is just a world class team of scientists and inventors, and they've been at their game for over 20 years, and they're unsurpassed with their level of like level of advancements in their technologies. So yeah, and I'm very very grateful for that too. By the way, I have a really amazing team of people.
Yes, we're grateful for your team. Thank you. Thank you. We're thankful for that team. Yeah, we need to send some gratitude to them for sure. These just the way that the brain works. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we have been talking for a while now. Is there anything specific that's on your mind that you want to talk about? Um, that you would like to touch on before we I do want to ask you one thing though before I close off the show. That technology that you were talking about that you can send frequencies, that exists already. You have that already.
Yeah, I haven't shown you yet.
That exists, you're
It,
saying.
it exists. It's not some
Your little
sci-fi. We
cheat
have it.
code.
It's working now. We have it right now. We had it for a few months now. We've been doing a lot of beta testing, but now it's out. It's ready. We've done the tests. We've worked on it for about a year. So it's called Chi Energy
So I think I
AI,
did a test before, so, that I got an email from you guys. Is that what it was that you sent?
possibly. So yeah, it's called Chi Energy AI. I'll give you a link later that you can send to your group. But what it is the world's most powerful automated quantum healing.
Mm. Quantum healing. Can you
Yeah.
explain for people listening what's the difference between, quantum healing
Well,
and
okay, whether you believe or not, remote healing works. It's been tested many times, right? A group of people, they just have a picture of someone and then send healing energy, and they don't even know where this person is. They don't even know the person's name. That person gets healed. Okay, so basically we digitized that process. So we're able to send protection energy, or we can send healing energy, or we can send energy to improve somebody's total body wellness just directly to somebody's phone or directly to somebody's home.
Oh.
So this is something that a lot of people don't believe can work. But what we do is we have a demonstration webpage. So people can go to the website, they click on the demonstration page, and they can actually feel that web page broadcast that energy while they're on that web page. So I don't want to convince anybody that it works. I want you or whoever's going to go to that website to go to that page and tell me that you don't feel something coming from the page. Okay. So if you don't feel something from the case, then okay, yeah, then you maybe it doesn't work. But if you do, then you convince yourself that it's working. Okay, so that's what I generally like to do with my technologies is I can talk all day about all the benefits and everything, but until you've experienced it, until you feel it and you feel it working on your body without a doubt, it's not your placebo effect, it's not your like mental like effect or some kind of just your like just your mind playing games with you, you know for sure. So wait a minute, this is something really strong. This is not from myself. This is not from my mind. This is not placebo. I really feel this from
Yeah.
turning it on, and I and turn off the web page, and then I stop feeling it. So it must be that web page. So I want people to convince themselves that this thing is real, and
Mm.
that even though it may be like something from the future, I'm showing you today that it exists and it's working, and you can experience it right now, and that just blows people's minds away when they realize that it's possible and that it actually exists and actually works. Then their minds get blown because they say, wow, if this is real, think about what can happen and how we can use this. So so it's available. You can try it out. It's free. That web page I'm talking about is free. You can go there, and I want you to tell me you can't feel something from it from that page.
Yeah, you gotta give me the link to that page. So you're
Yeah,
using the field then, right? Like, because we're all connected. We're all connected if you believe we are all
exactly.
one.
Yeah, it's based on it's quantum healing. So I mean, I can go into all the nitty gritty science details and things like that, but yeah, basically we're accessing the field. Okay,
Yeah.
so the field or the universal field, or point field, or whatever you want to call it, is infinite energy, and we're all connected to it. Our consciousness is all connected. Even our everybody's connected. Every atom in existence is all connected to the universal field, and there's no distance or time that separates one thing from another. We are all connected at the same point.
Yeah.
So basically, what our technology does is we access that field, and we're able to send it to anyone or any person or any phone or any address that we want.
Hmm.
And the key thing is that we can do this with our consciousness. We can do this with our minds when we meditate or when we do energy healing or whatever we do.
Hmm.
But now I'm able to digitize that experience because I'm able to connect the ancient wisdom with the technology, with science and technology. And one of
Wow.
the only people that can successfully do that on a repeatable and consistent way that people can use. Okay,
Yeah.
so when somebody uses that, they say, wait a minute, this field is real because this technology wouldn't work if there was no field. This technology only works because it's using the field somehow in a digital way. So what if we can use this technology and affect the whole planet? It's possible, or affect everybody in the world. It's possible. So I want you guys to think about that after this interview. The most important thing is we're at a cusp where we're under attack. The world is attacking us, the elites, the people in power, corporations, whatever, right? Governments. We're under attack. They're taking away our power. They're taking away our health. They're taking away our freedoms of travel, of even our own bodies. So we need some kind of technology to protect ourselves, and what some kind of technology that they can't take away from us, that's invisible, right? Because you get equipment, maybe they might confiscate it from you. Who knows, right? Right?
Yeah.
Or they might, I don't know, right? Crazy
You
things have
could you
happened.
could lose it. I would lose it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that that would happen, right? But I'm saying like, what if there's a technology that nobody can take away from you? Like we know that no one can take away our prayers. Nobody can take away our meditation. Nobody can take away what we do in our minds. They're trying to, actually. They're trying to control our minds, but
Mass,
but
yeah.
we have the control. We have the control. So what if you can enhance that, enhance your own personal power with a technology that is invisible? So that's what I'm seeing happening. And when there's going to be like thousands of people, millions of people using this, then we're going to change the vibration frequency of the planet, because you only need a small percentage of the world's planet to make a dramatic butterfly effect throughout the whole planet, right?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I literally have chills. When you say that, I get chills. Um, that's freaking amazing. So I know that you can do this. The field is very real, you guys. The field is real. you can affect the field because my teacher who taught me Reiki, um, when she attuned me virtually because it was online. And so the attunement happened through the field. I all I did was just sit there maybe in meditation. But she even said that I didn't have to sit in meditation. She just suggested that you work in a calm state, but you didn't have to, you would still get that attunement.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, and you definitely feel the difference. And when I do energy work and I send it overnight when somebody is asleep and then they wake up and they're like, "Oh my God, I feel so much better today," or my back doesn't hurt or whatever. So the energy is real, you guys.
Mhm.
And this technology is assisting us to access that field and to benefit from the field and connect with others as well through the field, which I think is one of the most important things that we begin to open up our hearts, so that we can connect with each other because the heart is the portal to everything, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, David, I've had so much fun talking to you. Um, we still have a little bit of time. If you have anything else that you want to mention, the floor is yours.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I just think that we need to connect more, and that's the key, right? When more people that have your vision and that have your talent or your dream connect, as a community, as a group, we can achieve more. We can change more people's lives. We can help more people. So I just want to see you successful and see you grow and touch more people's lives. And I want to see more leaders. Right? I want to see more leaders, um, raise the torch and make a difference and take a charge. Do what you're doing. So I just really look forward to that and seeing that happen. And my specialty is to develop these technologies to support people like you, support leaders, and support people, communities like this, so that they can really supercharge and shortcut and accelerate what they're doing inside themselves and in their communities. So I'm just glad that I'm part of it.
Yes, may we all thrive together. There's a saying that my friend says, everybody eats. Everybody eats. I love that. And like David said, it's time for you to step your game up, step up to the plate and be who you were meant to be. You were holding yourself back. You're the only one holding yourself back. I think people need to hear that. So thank you for that. Thank you for being my dear friend. Thank you for everything that you do for the collective. I'm sure you've touched so many people's lives. You've touched mine, and I hope that we were able to touch some more lives today during the show. Whoever listens, whenever you're listening, because time is an illusion. Yeah. David, let us know what are your handles? Where can people find you in social media?
Okay, if you go to the link usetheqi.com, so usetheqi.com, all my socials are there. You can learn about everything we talked about, the Qi coils, Qi Energy AI, even the demo page I talked about, all the links are on there. Um, yeah, so go to usetheqi.com and all my links are there. Or you can go to Luna's site and she will have a link there for you as well.
Yes. Thank you so much for being on, David. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Oh my gosh. I hope that everybody has a beautiful Friday when you're listening to this. And as always, mucho, mucho love and light. Bye. Ciao.
Bye.